Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cat Sports. Today will be our Lions versus Packers pregame. They play on Thanksgiving. It's already that time of year. And can they actually win it on Thanksgiving this year? As they have, I don't know when the last time they won on Thanksgiving even was.
Well, after
they didn't win last year, I think.
No,
they lost to the Bills.
That's right. They lost
last
to the
second
Bills.
loss to the Bills.
That's right.
Well, I
They played a
mean,
good
after the game against the Bears, you realize that none of these divisional games, none of these games going forward, but especially none of these divisional games are going to be an instant win like Lions fans have been led to believe.
Now,
And you can't take them lightly. Should we beat them big? Yes.
I think it's probably going to be closer than it was in Lambeau.
God, yes.
Especially after the game you had this week, where it has us all concerned on how close it's going to be. But they should be able to handle the Packers, even coming off a win against the Chargers.
I'm afraid to predict them anyway. I mean, they should. There's no reason for them not to beat the Packers, but there was no reason for them to struggle against the Bears. They should have lost that game?
How about the Packers are better than the Bears, and if you turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win in the last 5 minutes like you did against Chicago, it ain't going to happen.
No, they are heavily favored, 65% chance to win. I don't know what the spread is, but I'm going to assume it's probably somewhere around the 4 to 5 range in the spread.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. You're probably not expected to win by too much. Again, don't expect a blowout like you had in Lambeau,
right?
Which is what you needed earlier in the year. But hopefully that is not hindering their idea of what this game's going to be like going into Thursday.
You're right. It's impossible to predict. I think I really don't know. They could blow them out. They're good enough to blow them out, but will they? I'm starting every week's going to be until I see that what team shows up. I'm going to be nervous watching them play against anybody.
Yep.
They did end their last 5 games. The Packers did struggle. They just ended their. They had a 1-game lose. They lost to the Steelers, and then they just beat the Chargers. But they were struggling. They had their 1 win over the Rams, and then they lost the previous 3. So they're trying to get back on a groove to at least be a semi-okay team, while we're trying to fight to keep ourselves at the top of the division, keeping ourselves away from Minnesota, who also has a nice, easy schedule coming on.
With them, we have yet to play them,
and you will not play them until the end of the year.
Yeah,
but it is going. You should be able to handle Jordan Love like you did in Lambeau, though. I don't think Jordan Love's all of a sudden going to show up, throw 250 yards, 3 TDs on you.
No, he shouldn't. They're supposed, the Lions, if they do anything well on the defensive side of the ball, they're supposed to be a decent run-stopping team. And that's really all Green Bay can do for the most part.
And even A.J. Dillon, he sucks. He has less than 400 yards on the year.
And Aaron Jones is battling a hamstring injury.
Yes, he is. So they're not even 100% on that side of things.
I don't see anything but I didn't see anything, like I said, against the Bears. But this is the NFL, and in the NFL, any team can have a really good week. And if you don't show up to play them, if you don't come into play, any team can beat you. So we're basically just saying this because of the Bear game.
Yes,
and that's kind of like
a little wary
a little bit watching them play. Probably the worst game I've seen that I can remember in my 50 years. That was one of the worst 3 quarters of football. It was awful.
Ooh.
So, I mean, hopefully they know that. I'm sure they do. And but 4 days is very hard to bounce back from anything in 4 days. They're just going to go out there and play.
Yeah,
and hope to God, you don't game plan for Thanksgiving that much. They know each other, and they're just going to go into it and may the best team win, and it should be us.
And you have a chance to get 2 wins in a week.
Yes.
So
they are due, though, to lose to the Packers. They've won 4 straight games, I believe, against the Packers.
Yeah.
So
I suppose
you are due.
That whole due thing, that's something that we can't afford this year with the Vikings breathing down our necks. Now, this is being taped before the Denver game against the Vikings.
So if the Vikings lose, you're doing pretty good.
Tonight, and if they do, We're up 3 games on
Who are they playing tonight?
The Broncos.
8:00 game, right?
Yes.
And the Broncos are coming on strong, so
can't wait.
We got to play them in a few weeks. And
hopefully they get knocked down by
teams.
then.
Sean Payton's got that team. That's a game that's up that before the season started, we all had down for a win. But who knows? We get them at home. We're lucky with that sense.
It might be a primetime game at home, too.
How many games do you guys think will take to win the division?
Right now, I thought
12.
11 before the season. I'm thinking more like 12 or 13.
Okay.
12. I think 12 guarantees you the division, which is only 4 more wins.
Right.
Yes.
How many? The Vikings have 4 losses, so they can only afford to lose 1 more, and they could. Vikings might win 12 games.
So
I'll be just interested to see how Dobbs plays again tonight. This guy has proven that he's not someone you can just blow off.
Well, and also I'm hoping that, he's had his spurt, and that he's due for a shit game, and I'm hoping that he's going to have a few of those along the way.
But
I hope he has one against us.
Staying on the Lions and Packers, though,
he scares me.
Yeah. Making sure, right? I do think the Lions are still going to win, though, even though we are a little bit weary. I think it's going to be closer. It might not be as many points also as Green Bay. It might be more of a low-scoring kind of game.
Again, I stress you cannot lose any of these divisional games.
It should not. We should put up 30 points on the Bears.
I don't think we're going to put 30 points up on the Packers. I think I think it's going to be like a 20-14 game, most likely, I think.
Wow.
I always like the
that's what I'm feeling.
24-21.
I'll be nice, but I'm going to say it's going to be 24-3.
Oh, you don't even think the Packers will get points going on the board?
Did you forget who they almost just lost to?
That's true, but Jordan Love does not scramble like Justin Fields.
No, he does not.
I think Jordan Love is at this point, watching them both, I think Jordan Love is a worse quarterback.
But right now, even with Jordan Love, he's got a pretty good arm, and our secondary is not good. Like we said, we're taping this game we're taping the show right after the Lions just beat the Bears, and you got guys like Will Harris in our secondary who are just absolutely awful. And that's my one worry. I'm not worried about Love scrambling,
which I don't get.
About him picking up.
They haven't been playing Rodriguez on defense as much as of late.
Yeah,
they've been using him more as a fullback.
Right.
Okay,
which is interesting to why they've been doing that.
Right. I did see him out there today on defense, though.
I mean, he hasn't played as much as he used to on defense. They've been using him more as a fullback.
Interesting.
As of late, figure out how to use him, I guess.
I thought he was a pretty good linebacker.
He was doing good. That is a question why he hasn't played as much.
Well, you know, and the thing is, as much as we kept laughing a few years ago and thought he was a scrub, they may keep signing Anzalone every year. The 1 year.
Well, he has a 3-year deal right now.
So. Oh, he has 3 years, so we got him. So
and he seems like a real leader on that defense.
But
strangely, yes. And Barnes is playing better. Campbell's supposed to be better.
You look good today, at least.
Yeah, he's had his best game in 3 weeks.
Right,
but I still think you're going to take care of business on Thursday.
Well, the Bears scored 26 points today. But what kind of field position do they have after those?
Amazing
all the time. So that is not an indication.
Do not turn the ball over to the Packers.
Give up 26 points considering the field position that they had. We're getting off topic again.
Yes, you are.
That's all right.
But again, do not give up. Like my uncle here said, do not give up those turnovers.
It should be.
Do not give up
24,
3 or 4 interceptions and a fumble on a kick.
Do not do that. Do not do that. I think Craig Reynolds might be the only person that might be injured. Buggs should be back because he was sick.
Yeah.
Jonah Jackson probably will not be back this week because he was hurt this week.
And I really hope
we'll
Goff
see what ends up
got
happening
all
with
the
that.
interceptions out of his system. All they talked about, up until that. When did he throw a couple weeks ago? I think he threw one.
He doesn't really turn the ball over.
You say, he hasn't turned the ball over, and I don't know how many attempts, and then all of a sudden, it's just
probably
that's probably the worst game we've seen him play.
And they still won.
And then he turns around in the last 5 minutes and plays probably some of the best 5 minutes.
Today he was like, one for you, one for you, one for you.
Right, it was not good.
But Packers wise,
and I'm sure he will say that the news conference. I was ready to jump down Dan Campbell's throat because I was ready for that speed. Oh, we're getting off.
Yeah, you're getting off topic again.
But
shut up. We are talking about the Packers.
Yes, this should be an absolute win.
Yes,
really
they should win.
But don't take them
for
granted like we did against the Bears.
Play good football.
Be a slaughter.
You got 2 days to fully get yourself ready, and then that
Let's go.
Hopefully, we take care of business.
The march to Vegas continues.
9-2 is the hope.
Stuffing down Jordan Love's throat.
However, I do want the Packers to not finish in the same spot as the Jets in the division, because I still want to claim that we saw Aaron Rodgers' last game at Lambeau Field. So I need them to kind of not match what the Jets are doing, because I still want to claim that. With that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments.
Share the videos.
Until next time, hope to see you, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Soon.